Hey guys, so I'm not at my usual filming spot. Normally I sit over there, but I didn't want to set up all my lights and everything, but I've literally tried to film this intro like 4 times and every time something happens. So let's pray that this is the one. But anyway, this video is going to be a full wear test and review on the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation and the Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I'm actually wearing them again today. I wore them yesterday and then I wanted to try them out again today, and obviously, like in the video I say that I wasn't sure if I'm going to keep them, like I'm kind of like back and forth about it, and the concealer dries really fast, so another heads up. But, I know I'm talking really fast, I'm sorry. But I actually really love it. Like now, I used this concealer and another one, and today what I did is that I just put a different concealer on, and then I blended it out, and then I put this one on top of it, like, but I blended it out like immediately. And it looks so good, and I actually really love this foundation because it's not like super thick coverage, it's not cakey, it's really good. And I didn't want to think it was good, and I was kind of like, it's really hard for me to like a sheer foundation because this foundation is like a medium to buildable coverage, but I love it, and now I'm wearing it, and I think they're really good. They both have like a florally scent to them. They kind of smell perfumey, but I think that that's like the norm for L'Oreal. I don't really use a lot of their products, so this was definitely like a first for me. But yeah, also I think that the color match is really good. I'm using shade 425 of the foundation and shade Vanilla 355 for my concealer. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. So I'm not sure if it opens from this red part or if it opens from the black. Oh, the red. So I'm just gonna, oh, it's really runny. That's a pump, like one full pump. I think I'm gonna start with this one. Just for reference, you guys, I like a really matte, really full coverage foundation. So I'm trying this out because I know that not everybody is that's it, just one cheek. I mean, it did even, this is one pump. It didn't do anything on my forehead or anything, not my nose. I just did my cheek area, and it evened out my texture. It left my skin really glowy, but like wears. So I'm gonna do another one over here. I think the color match is really good. So this is definitely my color. I don't like that I'm having, it has a little bit of it has like a perfume, like a rosy flower. It has like a floral scent. I've never used a L'Oreal foundation. That's another thing. So my first time trying out a L'Oreal foundation. Also, anytime, I think this is probably one of my first times using any one of their like face products ever too. I don't like how much product I'm having to use. The smell doesn't really bother me. I'm coming off a lot more yellow on camera than I am yellow in person. Like, I'm not this yellow in person. Normally I like a lot of coverage on my cheeks, so I basically did like a pump and a half for like my cheeks per cheek. That's a lot. I know that this sponge sucks up a lot of product, but like I've never had a sponge suck up like this much product, so I know that it's not just that, you know. I think it's a really healthy looking, skin looking foundation. I guess that's why it's called the Fresh Wear, but I don't think I like it right off the bat. I mean, I guess it, after as much as I've built it, it kind of has coverage like the it kind of has coverage like the Wet n Wild Photo Focus one, but it's not as, like, this color match from the Infallible one is a lot better to my skin, and I don't see it oxidizing at all. But this one oxidizes a little bit and it changes color, but I like the coverage more. So now we're gonna go in with concealer. Oh, I like this color. So that's like a good. Oh, you know what? I should do one at a time because I heard that this concealer dries really fast. But we're already doing it, so. I'm going to take it to the sides of my nose as well, and then to highlight. Also, I want some more coverage here. Alright. This one also has that really strong fragrance, by the way. It definitely is, you know, decent coverage so far. The true test for me is always under the eyes, so. I'm kind of disappointed. I heard really great things about this. And now I'm like not, I don't know, it's not living up like to the expectation that I had, I guess. It's looking kind of cakey. Like the foundation actually looks better than the, I don't know. Let me set it with powder because I'm not liking it so far, but it could just be, me. You guys must know by now that I'm a little bit picky. So I'm making sure that there is no creasing. I took a little bit of product from the other eye to pop it here because I felt like that was, the coverage was kind of not all the way there. And I'm gonna bake a little bit with the Fit Me Loose powder and this little puff, and it does dry fast. I can, oh my god, do you guys see that? I mean, look at my eye, like it covers really well, but at the same time, it's kind of weird. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and, so I haven't set parts of my skin and it has like a slight glow, but I cannot like not set my face. That just like blows my mind when people don't set their face. I feel like everything would just slip off. So my face is set. I'm gonna let my concealer bake a little bit. I don't know. I'll come back to you guys. I don't know how I feel about it though. Looks good. So I'm gonna dust away what's underneath my eyes. Also, like I said, I'm using the Maybelline powder. I'm just gonna kind of lightly set my eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my face, and I will come back with you guys to kind of show you like what things look like finished and what I come up with, and see, you know, and then we'll check in throughout the day and see, of course. Oh, by the way, so basically like the base is done. I've applied everything and it is 1:31, and I'll probably check in a few times throughout the day and show you guys what it's looking like. So hey guys, so it is now, I don't even know, it's 5:23. I went out, I went to a meeting, I ran some errands, we had lunch, so my lip gloss is gone, obviously, because like I just popped that on. But what we're really looking at is, let me go get into some better lighting. Ugh. I was really bad about the idea of like checkups, so here we are. I'm just standing in front of my window. You can see there's like texture that has come through. There's still really good coverage under my eyes, but you can see, and this happens with a lot of foundations, but not nearly this soon. It is breaking up right here. It's breaking up along my nose. Still pretty sheer coverage. I'm getting this line right here. I don't know, like overall you look at me and it looks good. But I have foundations and concealers that don't do this. And I'm not sure if it's the foundation or the concealer. I think it's the concealer because the rest of my face looks good where I didn't put the concealer, and then where I put the concealer it looks cakey because, well, let's look at my forehead. I put some on my forehead. I don't know, it doesn't really look cakey on my forehead, but also I never really have an issue with my forehead getting cakey either. It's just mainly my nose. I don't know. It's definitely not the worst foundation that I've ever tried, but it's not the best. And I think it's the concealer, not the foundation, but it'd be hard to know. I'm gonna try them separately at some point and kind of see my opinion on them that way. But for now, I mean, my makeup looks good. My dog's looking at me like, who are you talking to? Her name is Lilu, for those of you guys who, you know, don't keep up with me on like Instagram and stuff. I think she's freaking adorable. But that's my baby. Okay guys, so it is now 10:09. Hang on. 10:09. My skin, this is not the best lighting, but my skin looks okay. I had to touch it up because I was not going to go to my class with my skin looking the way that it was. Sorry, I'm like walking around on you guys. I'm going to go to the bathroom so you can get some better lighting. Oh, okay. So if you guys can tell, my skin looks a lot more matte than I think we last checked in because I had to powder. Like, it was so, like right here especially, it was so broken up around this part of my nose, and like it's still oily now. But I think that's just it. It's like I need a matte foundation, not like, you know, semi-matte, which is what this is. I need a matte foundation and I need something really full coverage, especially for my nose area. Around my face, it looks beautiful. If you don't have that problem, you know, good. Congratulations. I do. I think I like the concealer. I just don't know if I would use the concealer completely by itself because I feel like the formula is a little bit weird, but I love how much coverage it has. And overall, like, I don't think I'm gonna get rid of them. And at the end of the day, I think that's like the biggest issue for me is because like I bought them thinking like, I don't think I'm gonna like this foundation. I'm probably gonna return it, but I like it enough to at least keep it and try it again. So those are my final thoughts. I actually think that it's a really good foundation. I do think that the price point is a little high for drugstore in my opinion but I mean L'Oreal is generally more expensive for drugstore anyway. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. I just got out of class and like walked to my car and then ran home and I'm just like, I'm exhausted. Like getting out of class at 10 o'clock at night is no joke. But yeah, I think the price point is a little bit high. But at the same, but I'm also comparing it to like Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, which is my ultimate favorite drugstore foundation, and it's $5. So like paying $12 for a foundation that is like doesn't really resonate with me, but it's good enough that I'm gonna keep trying it a little bit longer and see if I can get behind it. But anyway guys, I love you and I will see you in the next one.